Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. New boats, used boats, deck boats, fishing boats, pontoon boats. There's only one boat dealer in all of East Tennessee that can let you check such a huge variety of boats in one visit. That's Madisonville Marine. See for yourself. Head to Madisonville Marine this week, Highway 411 North in Madisonville. There's no better place to buy a boat. They say that. I say that because it is true. Madisonville Marine. I want to welcome in the final member of today's show. We got Mark Pankratz, who's stopping by to say 3 words. Thank you for joining us, buddy. I appreciate you being with us. Former Vol assistant under Bruce Pearl and Conzo Martin. When last we saw you, we were talking about, well, UT's chances in the NCAA tournament look pretty good next year. They'll be in the mix. SEC's bringing some guys back, but UT. Since then, South Carolina made the Final Four. Missouri's got the #1 player in the country coming. You've got kids transferring in from all over to some of these programs. How much tougher does the SEC look now than it might have 2 months ago?
I really don't remember a time in the SEC where all of the coaches are really vocal about making the NCAA tournament. Like, this is the year. You know, you've got Alabama, you've got Pearl at Auburn, you got Missouri with their recruiting class. Alabama, 6 of their top 7 are young kids. Mississippi State, I mean, everybody is bringing back, and that's what happens when you're the youngest conference in the country that ends up making a bunch of surprises in the NCAA tournament. The league is getting much, much better. So I think it's going to be a really big challenge for Tennessee if Jordan Bone and Lamonte Turner in those guard positions don't continue to mature in the offseason.
Lou, your thoughts on the SEC race next year, where Tennessee fits into it, and then also, aside from Kentucky, what teams out there do you think have the right nucleus, guys that you wouldn't want to face again?
I would say mostly just, you know, you got Kentucky, of course, like you said, and then Tennessee, I think, could finish in the top 5, you know. With the talent they have coming and, you know, the guys they have coming back, I think they could finish really well. I think Alabama is another good team. They're bringing in some McDonald's All-Americans, plus their freshmen and sophomore, and they're a team that finished in the top 5 last year. Missouri, of course, you get a top recruit like that who's a one-and-done guy. They could be from one of the worst teams in the league to one of the best. I think this league is just going to get better and better each year. And, you know, talking to Coach Barnes, he's kind of told me I think this league could get 6, 7, 8 teams like the ACC.
Well, I think, you know, we've been talking about it for years, and the SEC has brought in consultants. They've hired basketball czars. They've done all this stuff, and it's never really taken off. Now it seems, looking ahead, now we don't know if it'll work or not, but it does look, going into this year, it looks like the SEC could really actually be back to where it was when you guys were thriving and you had talent around the league.
Well, besides the czars, you mentioned Alabama. I mean, they've brought in the coaches. They brought in the pedigree of high-class coaches like a Coach Barnes that have the reputations and the relationships to be able to bring in the really good players. And you're now seeing that, like in Barnes' year 3, being able to grow the program.
All right, very good. Lou Evans, VFL, thank you very much for being here. We'll get you back over here at some point where we can talk more. Mark Pankratz, always a pleasure to have you here, sir. Thank you very much. All right, when we come back, Shaq Wiggins, we haven't had a chance to mention that. The Vols land a big one. Will he start? We'll talk about the Steelers. Is that the new bandwagon team in Knoxville? I'm guessing so. And then finally, which of these Vols that drafted yesterday will be in the NFL the longest? Come on back on the Sports Source.